Welcome guys, today we are going to be painting a bluegill crankbait. I hope you enjoy. I will be doing custom orders and stuff like that. Just go over with some pearlized white or some opaque white to get this bait started. We will be adding in some gold right here. It's the Wicked Createx colors. I'm a giant fan of the Wicked Createx colors, or Createx Wicked colors, because they're not too thick, but they're not too thin. There's that happy medium spot. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while either. It's just been a lot going on and me trying to find some different bait patterns and stuff. So I finally found a couple that look very, very, very realistic. So we're going to be painting that guy today. These baits will be up for sale. So we're going to flip over our bait and we're just going to put on our gold color. Start towards the bottom here. You just get thicker. Some of the white's still in there, so it's going to take a minute. We want a nice shiny gold color to come out. So we need to put some more in. There we go, it's starting to come out now. So next we're going to paint this other side. I gotta go over back on the other side too, but here. Once you start to see the gold show through, I like to just paint the whole bait, because really what happens now is, with my knowledge, is that when you layer the paint, you get the realism. So when you just paint half of it or something like that, you don't well, it depends on how you're painting, but when you don't paint the whole thing or stuff like that, you don't get the realism. So this is where we're at so far. You don't have to paint the belly, because that'll be a different color, but just the rest of it and stuff like that. So my air compressor turned off. I'm shooting at a higher PSI because it's just easier and faster. So, and the paint is thick. And also, since it is like a metallic, or not a metallic, but what do you call it? I don't know, the flakes in it or whatever. But since it's a pattern like that, you're gonna want to make sure that you clean your airbrush after this very well. For example, I just put in some airbrush cleaner. You don't need a ton, just to shoot it. So next, what you're gonna want to do is, this is actually just a regular Createx color. It's an iridescent green, but it doesn't look this bright when you shoot it. It's more of like a moss green. Make sure when you order paints online too that you look at the color scheme and the number that matches it, so you have the right color. Cause I got it and I'm like, gosh, it's really bright green. But then I shot it, and then it's definitely moss green almost. So we're gonna go to the top of the bait now, and we're just gonna shoot this. And get the overspray on the sides, because we're going to be adding black to the top of this eventually. But get a nice coat. Just going to be finishing up this paint job. We have to do a couple things yet. We're about to add the orange. So yeah. This is the Wicked Createx orange. So yeah. Paint. It's a nice color, so we're gonna just add this orange. Get the overspray on the sides. Make sure you do get the overspray. It is what makes this bait look 10 times better. One drop will do it. So the next color we are going to be adding in is our black. When you get this far, we're almost done. So like I said, we're almost done. The next thing you're gonna want is like a pick, I think is what they're called, and something that you can lay down so it'll stay fairly dry. And then we're gonna add in our black. And black is one of the last colors here. So what you're gonna want to do is take your comb, and right behind the gill placement there should be like you want to put your comb and like get the back and let the front fade. I can do better than that. So like so. Oh, that one's kind of crappy. Like so. You're just going to want to go over to the other side and do the same. So yeah. So we're going to just look like that. So then we have that, and then the next step is very, very simple. So now we're just, like on most of my baits, we're just going to paint it black down the back. Like so. And just kind of get the overspray on the sides. So this one looks just a little bit different. So like when you look at some of them are going to be more vibrant. It's really how much paint you add and how far you go down. So we're about this far. So we're going to add our airbrush cleaner here. Just clean out the airbrush, and we will continue on. So the next thing we have to do is add in our blue. So we just have to do that, and then, so yeah, we will be having quite a few videos this week too, because I'll have a lot of spare time. So yeah, I made this stencil here. And it just fits right over the gill. So like, just cut out a stencil. I have found that using a knife works better than the scissors. And then just go down the gill. Like so. And then move over to the other side, flip the bait around. And then do that. And another thing why custom baits look 10 times better is because you're not going to get the same realism. They just look 10 times better than normal baits. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. So, yeah. So the last color we will be adding in this bait is going to be another coat of black, just for the tips of the fins. Then you're going to take your handy dandy stencil one more time, go just back a little bit, and paint in the triangle. I could do a better job than that. Like so. And that leaves just the perfect gill mark. So, the more and more you paint, the better and better they'll get. It's just practice. So then go back just a little bit again. Paint in your gill mark. And it should look something like this. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add on our eyes. Oh, if you guys, these are called helping hands if you're wondering. They work really, really well. So yeah. So I love to put yellow eyes on my bluegill baits. They just look really, really good. So that's what I'm going to be adding on this guy. So that's one eye in. And then this is going to be our last eye. Like so. This is our bait. So the last step is to dip it in clear coat. So what you want to do is, what I figured out too, is instead of having it drip from the lip of the bait, you want to hang it from the lip and drip down. So we're just going to dip it in. And we're going to let it drip for a second. If you want to catch big bass, remember to use Sev's Big Bites hand-painted crankbaits. There will be a giveaway at 150 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching.